Number 10, beaded poinsettias. We're going to make sun catchers that are poinsettias. I took 9.1 millimeter copper wire, added red beads in larger to smaller patterns so that you get the petal effect. So the first part of the sun catcher is just lining the beads up on the wire. Now I'm going to repeat going backwards because this would be the point of the flower. I started out with that pattern, taller to smaller crimp beads, and you do that 6 times. And I'm going to crimp to here, and I'm going to go back. So I crimp down, now I crimp up. I'm going to take this excess wire here, the longer piece, and I'm going to go straight across. I'm going to make a center that holds all this together. Press down. Now I can start shaping. Winding up the excess copper for the center, we add bells, and you end up with, well, take a look, and wait till you see it shine in your window. Number 9, cardboard sea turtle. I wanted to call attention to sea turtles. And how do you do that? By making an image of one to remind people they need our help. And here's what we did. We cut out shapes in cardboard, fins, a head, a shell, and then cut out more pieces to augment that and to give it a 3D look. Some paint, some shellac, and a hanger, and you've got your reminder. When people look, they see, turtles. Yes, turtles. They need our help. Number 8, beaded hummingbirds. I came up with another idea to make hummingbirds out of a cluster balls. We take 8, 6, and 4 millimeter beads, make a body out of a cluster ball, a head, add the eyes and the beak. Once the beak and the head are attached, use that excess wire to make the tail and then the wings. And what you come up with is, oh my gosh, these hummingbirds are beautiful. Just watch them fly. Number 7, the cardboard monarch. Today's project features the monarch butterfly. Yes, unfortunately, it is on the threatened endangered list. By starting with an image which I found on the internet, and I folded it in half, because to make a monarch or any butterfly, you usually only have to do half of it and then repeat to the other side. I drew out a picture. Here's my wing. Main colors are orange and black for a monarch. Let's switch over to black. So I'm just going to come down and just follow the lines. We're going to do the veins. There's a blob here. See? Just blob it on. Now we're going to start assembling. So we're going to attach these wings on some cakeboard. Some cardboard, some paper, paint, a couple pipe cleaners. And you've got a way to help remind the people around you that when you see a butterfly, we need to do something to help them out because they're beautiful and we'd like to keep them around. Number 6, doorstop cats. I wanted to make a fun doorstop, so I used a 10-pin on the inside with a base, covered it with fabric that I had at home. I took apart an old coat and an old scarf to get the fur to cover my cats. Once I got the fur attached to the pin, I could decorate with the eyes, the whiskers, bell, and collar. Look what you get. Very adorable amusing cat. One you'll never have to feed, but will always sit at the door waiting. Number 5, beaded sun catcher with bells. I found these little brass bells online, and I thought these were just perfect. So let's make a beaded bell out of the bell, and I'll show you how I did that. The bell is hooked together by a piece of string. There's a bead, the brass bell part, and then the little clapper that's on the inside. I took some of my wire, and I have it on the string. So I'm going to make 5 of these strings, and I'm using different colors, rainbow colors today. At the end of this, I'm going to put a little crimping bead and attach a lobster clasp. Here's the other side I'm going to make. I'm putting this one down as my guide, and we start out with these beautiful prism balls. I'll need another lobster ball, and I will need various other little beads here. I'm going to make a beautiful sun catcher. It's going to have 5 of these strands, and it'll have 5 strands of bells. There's 10 hooks on the bottom, and that's where I'll be hanging these strands. I absolutely love this. Number 4, fleece and felt holiday tree pillows. So how did I make these pillow trees? Simple. Drew out a pattern, cut out a couple pieces of fleece into the size of the tree that I thought I wanted, And I'm going to start on one end and I'm going to start punching. Now we're going to do our single crochet stitch and we're going to continue on all the way around the tree. Crocheted around them, hooked them together, and after I stitched all that, I added felt fabric on the front. When I got the ornament pattern I liked, I stuffed them with some polyfill, stitched them up, and when you're done, they're soft, durable. Throw them on the couch because they're ready and they're so comfy. Love them. Number 3, Fleece Kids Sleeper Blanket. So how did we make your fleece sleeper? Well, we took 2 yards of fabric and crocheted around it like our regular fleece softy blankets. Then we measured down 16 inches from the top and created a pouch where your pillow is going to go. After we stitched that up, we stitched along the bottom to make more of a sleeping bag feeling, but leaving one side open so you could crawl in and out whichever way you want to. This is all washable and soft and fun to snuggle into. I can't wait to see what it looks like with a kid inside instead of a frog. Number 2, Beaded Ladies Night Lights. I came up with this idea as I was playing around with the beaded dancers, the same type of skirt, but this one is big enough with a large enough bead to sit over a light. So when you turn her on, she glows. So let's get started. And here we go. I'm using the 12mm beads. The half cluster goes much faster than the full cluster. I want to decorate with the same color beads around the base here. Just a little bit of pop of color going around. And I'm going to put like a little piece, acts like the top of her skirt, then a bodice, then a head, and I'll add findings as I go. The arms are my favorite, the 4-inch head pin. That's what we've got so far. What's left? Now the hair is going to be made of a copper scrubby. This is actually looking pretty cute. Hello, Dolly. And number 1, Fairy Light Framed Art. Is this a photo frame, a keepsake, a nightlight? It's all 3. Take a photo frame of your choice and add color with acrylic paint. You paint one side of the glass pane. I'm just going to add some water. I'm going to let it puddle however it wants to puddle. Here we go, hair dryer time. A scrubby adds an interesting pattern. I'm going to let this put some texture into this. I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it in the frame. And now I'm going to add some fairy lights. A small hole is put in the back of the frame to accommodate the wire from the lights. Put it together and you have a beautiful keepsake. I'm going to cherish mine for sure.